I spent 20 years being angry at my father for being poor. On my 8th birthday, I watched my best friend get a new bicycle. I got a small, hand-carved wooden bird. I didn't say thank you. I just put it in a box. I didn't know that inside that bird was a secret that would save my life 2 decades later. We lived in a house where the roof leaked when it rained. My father worked 2 jobs, but we never had extra money. Every birthday and every Christmas was the same. He would spend weeks in his small shed, carving something from wood, a horse, a small box, a whistle. To me, these weren't gifts. They were reminders of everything we didn't have. I remember one specific day. I was 10. I told him, "Why can't you just buy me something like a normal dad?" He didn't get mad. He just looked at me with tired eyes and said, "One day you will see that the most expensive things aren't bought with money." I hated that sentence. I thought it was just an excuse for being poor. As soon as I turned 18, I left. I wanted a life filled with things you could buy. I wanted expensive cars and big houses. I wanted to forget the smell of wood shavings and the sound of my father's old tools. When I said goodbye, my father handed me one last gift. It was a simple wooden heart. I didn't even open the bag. I threw it into the bottom of my suitcase and didn't call him for 5 years. I worked hard. I moved to the big city and started a business. I became the man I wanted to be. I had the money, I had the status, but I was always stressed. I was always chasing more. I felt like a cup with a hole in the bottom. No matter how much I poured in, I never felt full. 3 years ago, my business failed. I lost everything in a bad investment. My friends disappeared when the money did. I was sitting in a dark, empty apartment, wondering if life was even worth living. I felt like a total failure. I started packing my few remaining things to move into a tiny room I could barely afford. That's when I found the old suitcase. At the very bottom, covered in dust, was the wooden heart my father gave me years ago. He had passed away 2 years before, and I hadn't even gone to the funeral because I was too busy making money. I held that heart and finally started to cry. As I squeezed the heart, I felt something move. There was a tiny seam in the wood. I pulled it apart. Inside was a small piece of paper, folded very tight. It was a note from my father. It said, "Son, I know right now you are looking for happiness in things that can break, but if you are reading this, it means you have finally hit the ground. Don't be afraid. The ground is the only place where you can build a real foundation. I didn't give you toys because I wanted to give you my time. I carved these gifts so you would know that even when you have nothing, you have the power to create something beautiful with your own hands. You are not a failure. You are just beginning." I realized then that my father wasn't poor. He was the richest man I knew. He had peace. He had love. He had a purpose. I had been chasing a shadow for 20 years while the light was waiting for me in a small wooden box. We spend our lives waiting for a big break or a big win. We think happiness is a destination, but the truth is, the best gifts in life don't come in shiny wrapping paper. They come in the form of the people who love us and the lessons they leave behind. Don't wait until you lose everything to realize you already had everything you needed.